Change your pickups. When in doubt, change your pickups. It won't hurt the guitar. When you're tired of that guitar, change
Throw it
your
away.
pickups. No.
Throw it away.
If you're just not inspired by it,
Pickup change.
that's it. We want to talk about why, but now we live in a world of seeing lots of guitars every day, new guitars that we haven't even ever played before. They're coming in every day. I don't know how many guitars. We might get 20 guitars in a day. We might get 1 guitar in a day. We might get 3 pallets of guitars in a day. You just never know. It's exciting. 3 pallets is overwhelming. It's sort of upsetting and scary. We still have Champ 20s in our staff bathroom. That's how many we have. It's like a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
When there's like rice next to the
That's when
bathrooms.
you're sitting there on your knees.
Yeah, your knees literally touch. If you're Derek's size.
Oh, for sure.
Not talking about his size down there, but his size of up here, not down here.
Tallness.
Not current. Anyway, so we're big believers in tone woods.
Yes.
And body construction and the necks and the materials and the metals and all that part. It's a huge part of what I think, how the guitar interacts, how it plays, how it sounds. But when inspiration is lost, or if inspiration was never there and you're holding a guitar and it sounds great, unplugged, change those pickups.
Which is funny, right? Because I feel like this is going to sound contradictory, but it's not. Typically, we're not change pickup people. We're like, try the pickups in the guitar, like, because we're not always proponents of like, get the guitar before you even play it or hear it. Swap
I'm not a swapper.
And that's not what you're saying, right?
No.
You're saying if you got a guitar and suddenly it's just kind of like dull to you and you're like, oh, I just don't know if I love this guitar anymore. Man, try some new pickups in there. Try something that maybe will change it. Maybe you're just bored with it. I've actually had pickups that get kind of funky because I play and sweat in them.
Gross.
And then I'm like, God, this guitar doesn't sound good. And then a new pickup changed the game.
I mean, now I'm going to contradict that a little bit, but not totally. I'm just going to add to it. Let's say you have a brand new guitar and you love the way it feels.
Sure.
You love the way it sounds when it's unplugged, but you plug it in, you're just not quite getting there. But it's an affordable guitar. Now, this has happened with me recently with a very big release from some major manufacturers.
A very standard release,
Yes, and
a
real solid guitar. Just the pickups are a little bit uninspiring.
That's again, you tried the pickups, you played it with the pickups.
And Derek.
You're like, nah.
I know Derek and I tinkered for a while. It's like, man, it's like we're just not quite getting there.
Right.
It's like because the neck feels great. Unplugged is like, man, this thing is solid. I really like the look, the feel of the guitar. The frets are done really well. They're not sharp at all. I've played high-end guitars that have worse fret jobs.
Sure.
Substantially worse fret jobs. The build quality was great. It's just components. Maybe just me. Sometimes a little bit thwacky or aggressive in a way I don't like.
Sure.
It is in the ear of the beholder, but there was a couple of ears in the room at that time, and we were like, something's not right. We're both like feeling it because we're used to playing really nice instruments.
Yeah, with really nice wiring and pickups.
But I want that in every level of guitar.
Yes.
And when I go down there, I sort of expect that. And like some guitars it is just a sub. I remember when the Gretsch Streamliners first came out.
Yep.
I was like, these guitars are awesome.
But they kind of needed pickups, because the pickups weren't.
That was the first
fantastic.
ones. They reinvented that, I think, and finally started putting decent pickups.
Yep. They're worlds better. You still could upgrade and probably be in a better spot, but
they were objectively bad in the first year or two of their release.
But way better, I know.
Yeah, they were just like thuddy, dead, and bassy. And
just what you want.
It was like,
great sound. I love Gretchen, so.
I know, you play a Gretsch.
But the pickups I'm actually Johnson for a new pickup, a new Telly bridge pickup. I actually like the one I have, but I've forgotten how much I loved the Lawler specialty in the Nash that I had, the last one.
Lawler makes a great pickup.
Well, and so I'm just like, man, that's what I need to put in this one, because it's got this thing where you kind of like roll off the tone, and it almost sounds like a PAF.
And if you like this conversation, please click like and subscribe. And
hit the bell.
Well, we're not done, but we're going to be doing a lot of deep sort of pickup things coming out over the 2025, having a lot of fun with it, talking to lots of pickup makers, and we want to dig into what you can do with a guitar that might have lost its magic.
Yeah, and the one you're talking about that was new. It didn't lose its magic. It never had the magic. I'm interested to see, changing out some of the wiring and stuff too. So sometimes we're gonna explore that soon, though, right? We're gonna see what makes the bigger difference. Is it the pickups? Is it the wiring? Is it both? So make sure you're looking out for that.
It's just like your lovely wife at home. It's a combination of all the things that makes you not want to stay there. I mean, love her. So, might be the hair, might be the makeup.
Gotta get to work. Sorry,
honey, I gotta leave. What about this? I love watching the old like Ricky Lake and Jerry Springer clips of like, now you can't have any of this. The guy's like, I don't want it. It's all 90s. Like guys have bowl cuts and like goofy outfits. I
super baggy jeans.
Love it. It's so great, the 90s. Speaking of that, did anybody watch the Academy Awards out there? It just happened over the last week. Sunday night, Academy Awards. I watch them every year. This is the first year I didn't watch them.
You didn't watch them?
I didn't watch them. I watched the intro with Conan O'Brien, and then I sort of got my phone on to watch like the winners come in live from Apple, just because it was most of the movies nobody had seen.
Aurora, I feel like no one's seen any of the movies in years.
Aurora was the big hit, which was kind of cool. That one that was like pretty much a modern Pretty Woman, but much dirtier and darker and funnier, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about a sort of sex worker and like a Russian type dude and his mobs. That's cool. It was neat. It was a surprise. Everybody was expecting other stuff to win, and that sort of swept.
Was that the
director,
best picture,
best actor, best, and then our Kieran Culkin got it for the movie A Real Pain, which was awesome. His acceptance speech was hilarious. The best of the night of what I watched.
Okay.
I lied. I watched a little bit, and then I had to watch the final Hunger Games movie with my child because he'd been wanting to watch it for like a year. And I was like, all right, I'll pass up. This Academy Awards going to stink tonight and whatever. It was good. It was good. And then Zoe Saldana won for something. I like her because she's my favorite Na'vi Avatar person and Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. So thumbs up.
Counts for something.
And Adrian Brody won something for The Brutalist, but who cares? No. He spoke too long. Okay, moving on. So.
The Brutalist.
I know, which is it's about architecture and design and things. It's all right. So it got a little highbrow. The substance did. Anyway, I'm stopped. No more Academy Awards talk. Sorry if I lost you there. But no, it's really crazy how much of a difference this can make in your enjoyment of a piece.
Yeah.
It can. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't have to be always. It doesn't always do what you think it's going to do too. Here's the caveat, because I have played some really expensive pickups too. I'm like.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah. And I have had the letdown of putting in pickups that I thought were going to be magical, and then being like, because
we were working I was working this ideas like it's all in the fingers. Obviously, it is in your fingers. That's so much of the tone. We know that. You don't need a whole video on that. But it really, I was having such a good time, and I like mixing up pickups too. Like I'll have not all the same across the board. You don't have to if you have a Les Paul, they don't have to be a match set necessarily. It can be if you have Strats, they don't have to be a match set. If you have Tellys, they don't have to be a match set. Gretsch's, you can do whatever you want in there. And when people figure out that Jazz Master Bridge pickups just aren't good in general, so a lot of them, I mean, that was upsetting because I was comping a really nice Jazz Master to a custom shop Jazz Master, and I didn't want the custom shop to bury it, but it did. It totally did, because it was just, the Jazz Master pickups are they're twangy. You don't think they're gonna be twangy,
but they are,
and they're bright.
They're bright, and they're kind of strident, yeah.
And you don't think that a lot. And if you
they're not P90s.
No,
they're not soap bar.
I thought they were at first.
Well, I think because you look at them, you're like, oh yeah, P90, but it's not that. But you hear that all the time, and then there's always some angry person in the comments. It's like that's not a P90.
When I was a kid, I thought they were soap bars. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? I never make fun of someone that says that, because that's. How are you supposed to not know? It's like,
I get it until you, now they have this crazy internet that tells you everything.
I know.
Everything you need to know.
I didn't know a thing. I just played a guitar, had knobs on it.
That's true.
Made sound. No, it's a great way to open up old dormant guitars that might be sitting in your collection that you're thinking about trading or selling. It's not a super hot market at the moment, so don't trade it and sell it. You're gonna take a haircut, perhaps. So try that. That'd be your first step. There's a lot of great pickups out there affordably. Those Kunafi single coils are really good. We were just talking about.
Awesome.
They're different from Fender.
Yep.
You can buy those direct too from Fender.com, I believe.
Yes, you can.
The Lawler pickups are ones we love. A lot of great Seymour Duncan pickups. There's Seymour Duncans. I think the SH1 is in the Languedoc guitars, which are $100,000 sometimes.
For all the crazy boutique, crazy expensive pickups. there's something about just like Seymour Duncans. They just work. You know what I mean? They're just great. They're a standard. It's like an SM58 or 57.
I was gonna say it's like the Honda Accord. It's like a great car.
It's just awesome.
No, it is. It's really good. It gets you there, and it sounds great.
You know.
Yeah, there's a lot. I don't want to say it's. But that's not really. A Honda Accord's expensive now, isn't it? It's like a $40,000 car.
A luxury item. Gotta go to the Civic. Nice little Civic.
The Accord's nicer, right?
Yeah.
I remember. I thought that was the case. My sister had an Accord. I got in an accident in it. Sorry, Shannon. You're like 16. Sorry, my bad. But no. So that's our thoughts. And we'd love to hear your thoughts about the swappings, the wins, the losses, the sort of break evens. Just share it. Like share with your friends below in the comments section, so people can learn and share other makers. Like there's Bare Knuckles, great. There's all sorts of great.
Yeah.
Wiz. Curtis Novak.
Awesome.
Curtis Novak. Yeah, great pickups. Like one of the best out there. So just
for sure.
Yeah, just
there's just some. I mean, we can't.
There's so many. I can't name them. I'm going through them all in my brain, and now I have to stop. That's it. But let us know your thoughts, your prayers. Click like, subscribe,
hit the bell,
and just be happy.
Be happy, unless you happen to have bought the old Fender Hot Rod Jeff Beck noiseless set, which was my greatest disappointment in life.
Speaking of that, Andertons has this great video. Check out Lee and Danish Pete. It's about the worst pedals ever. It's really funny. And like the one that takes the cake, I think, is the Eric Clapton's Crossroads pedal.
That's the thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet.
They use that a lot, and I'm like, I think it's kind of a good pedal.
I have one of those.
Do you still have it? Will you bring it in?
Yeah.
Because I remember, I want to play it. Yeah, please bring it. I want to play it. That's so much fun because it has the acoustic sound.
Well, it's got all the dumb,
It's all digital modeling.
The badge Leslie thing. It's got all the stuff.
I want to hear it though. Bring it in tomorrow if you can.
It's not as.
I think it's cool.
It was ahead of its time. No, it wasn't.
Sort of.
But it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, just enjoy that video too. It's a great video. It's really fun, and we'll see you soon, guys.